Here on Dinotopia, my eyes have been opened to the wonders of a new world. With those words, I completed the first volume of my journals on the island of Dinotopia, the land where people and dinosaurs live in peaceful interdependence. Dinotopia, what a remarkable island. We discovered that the entrance to the caves was a long distance away, too far for our hand-powered submersible. Oriana and Bix secretly arranged with several large sea reptiles, the Kronosaurus, to tow us for the first leg of the undersea voyage.
This vessel doesn't leak, does it?
Oh, stow it, Pinky. Remora's dug more wrecks in more weather than Davy Jones himself. There isn't a barnacle bucket with better armor or bigger lungs. She'll hold us for at least 5 hours, even with you landlubbers gobbling up all the air.
Thank you for the reassurance, Pinky.
With immense force, the giant marine reptile flew through the water, towing the Remora. The submersible hugged the flat continental shelf and then dove straight down into Gold Digger Trench.
Hang on to your hat, Flat Top.
The seafloor blossomed with a garden of living wonder. Cone-shaped nautiloids and segmented trilobites drifting lazily through clusters of fragile sea lilies. Oriana was lying in the belly of the Remora, with her hands operating the exoclaws.
Mr. Crab?
Call me Lee, Mrs.
Mr. Crab, will you please try to avoid the cloud of jellyfish ahead?
I'm steering for it, sister.
Well, why can't you just steer somewhere else?
Well, we need all the cover we can get. I don't want to be spotted by a hungry bone skull fish.
Bone skullfish?
A Dunkleosteus.
That's right, the giant dunkleys. We don't want them thinking we're some sweet, tasty morsel peddling by.
It would have to be a rather ignorant fish to mistake a metallic...
Hunter! Out of my way! Give me the controls!
Oh, my!
What is it?
We got our heads in a hornet's nest. Dennison, hit the ink lever.
All right. I pulled the ink lever, a black cloud gushed out, but the sub lurched again.
Something has got the claw!
Let it go!
Oriana yanked her arms free from the mechanical claws just as the sound of tearing metal announced the giant fish had sheared off one of the exoclaws at the elbow.
Look through the glass. Do you see?
What, Bix?
There!
We could see in dim outlines the two titans of the sea, Kronosaurus and Dunkleosteus, circling and lunging at each other.
Go to it, you stupid fish.
Why is the Kronosaurus leaving us?
He can't keep up the fight. He's an air breather.
Captain, there's water leaking in.
Where?
Where the claw got sheared.
I see.
Arthur, hand me that oilcloth.
Oilcloth?
To plug the hole.
Of course. Here.
Oh, I'm afraid our escort won't be coming back.
Yes. Looks like we're on our own power now.
Indeed.
Well, I'll handle the rear propeller. Crab, pedal the front screw.
Aye, aye, Captain.
We proceeded into the depths of Gold Digger's Canyon. Crab brought the Remora coasting down over a graveyard of sunken galleons. I observed a group of creatures resembling giant swimming insects which inhabited the bones of the wrecks.
Crab, why are we stopping?
Never mind. Keep your pretty eye on the sea bugs and don't let them snag the props.
The submersible settled down by a wooden chest that was broken open, revealing a mound of gold.
You can't stop here.
I'm just feeling out with my claw here.
We don't have the time.
Well, I'm making the time.
Oh, dear.
We are running out of air.
Now back off, will you? Come to me, you little glitteries.
Crab, Get back to the helm.
Come into Uncle Crab's little claw now.
We'll all die down here if you don't come to your senses.
That's it.
Crab!
Get your hands off. Oh, God. She slipped loose. Now see what you did.
Look ahead! Look! It's the mouth of the cave! See?
Remove your hand, Professor.
All right. Now let's move on. While we can still breathe.
Aye, aye, Captain.
We pumped the saddle tanks full of what little reserve air was left, slowly raising the remora into the sunken tunnel. We continued upwards. Finally, after a long journey through underwater passages and caverns, the remora surfaced in a grand chamber. Wide marble steps led up out of the water. The steps were flanked by giant statues, half human, half dinosaur.
Vix, this is incredible.
Oh, it is. Indeed.
At the top of the steps was a massive, ancient door.
Oh, so that's the door that stumped you, eh, Professor?
That's as far as Bix and I ever got.
It is quite securely locked.
Professor Dennison,
Yes.
will you please give me the other half of my key?
Miss Oriana, I am not about to relinquish my
Oh,
half.
don't worry, you'll get it
I
back.
think it would be best if you gave me your half of the key.
Well, why don't you just kick it open?
May I suggest
What now?
a magical incantation?
A what? Oh, jeez.
Oh, here. Take it.
Thank you.
Oriana fitted the two parts of the key together and placed the completed key in my hands, with her hands cupped around mine.
We'll both open it. Together.
We inserted the key. The lock yielded with a squeak and a clank, and the doors swung toward us, pushed open by a warm breeze.
I'll be dunked in rum.
It's beautiful.
No one had expected the view that opened before us. A shining landscape of glimmering pools and vast towers shaped by nature's hand.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something for your diary, eh, Professor?
Oh, I wish Will could see this.
Bix,
Yes, Ariana?
I feel as though I'm seeing my childhood home.
Really?
But I've never been here before.
Laskava. Born of the caves.